Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to jump right into episode 3. I am a little sick, so hang in with me there as we run through this. Again, here is episode 1 and the agenda that we reviewed there. If you have any more questions, you can go back through episode 1 or you can reach out to me. Episode 2 is what we went through that one. You want to go back through that one, more than welcome to. Again, always reach out. Today's agenda is we're going to go over the following: posting about a new coach, avatar, the whole picture. That one is mostly going to be, this is a big stint of what today's is about, and avatar 2. So it gives you a more general idea of a posting schedule and what that looks like, following up as a coach, and then also the do nots as a coach is what we'll be going in today. So the overall idea is coming out as this first time coach, right? You know you want to post about it, but you don't know where to even start. So this general script is for you to kind of a guideline. So you're not going to just copy and paste this to it, but you can pause this, come back and say, okay, this is kind of what I want to say and where I want to start. And then you turn it and tailor it to more of yourself and add your character in there. Make sure you're also posting a picture that would go along with this, that would be mostly, it would just be a picture of you, and that you would be able to see that you're kind of front and center in that picture, right? A little bit of detail about yourself, obviously, in that picture. For me, I love Disney. I'm in, figuring out my new closet and my clothes and trying to figure out where that's going to go, and just kind of overall being silly in front of just different things. So you just want to figure out what's best for you and how that looks. Keep in mind, because people are following you for a reason, right? So you want to kind of weave yourself in there. So social media, what to do. You want to be sharing your story. People are following you because they want to understand more about you, right? Not just about Beachbody and the tools they provide to better make this into, a part of their life, right? You want to weave in there your life and who you are as a person. So you want to make sure you're not using stock pictures. You're taking pictures of your life. You're getting that camera out. I know for me, it was really hard. I'm not used, my husband hates pictures of himself. So I've gotten used to not taking pictures of things going on around me. I've had to adjust and try to get better at that. For instance, for me, I will ask people, just remind me to take pictures of things, or can you take pictures of things if you're better at them? I know I have really good girlfriends that just tend to be better at that. And so they take pictures too, which is also really cool because different people have different perspectives on life, right? And so they take pictures differently. And so it adds kind of a new little spice to a different angle to things, right? So play around with that, have fun with it. I know for me, I get all kinds of little things. I got a selfie light, so you can see. So you can see that. It's really cheap. I think this one was like $5 and it really helped me. So when I'm doing these, I can turn it on and it makes it a little bit clearer. You can tell that this one has 3 different settings. So you have no light, first setting, second setting, third setting. So it helps with, taking pictures at night or that kind of thing. So they have all kinds of stuff online, and it doesn't have to be super expensive, but you want to make sure you are giving people an accurate view of who you are as a person. We're going to be talking about avatars, and straightforward posting makes it a little bit easier to navigate, because I know for me that was a huge question. You want to be posting 2 to 3 times a day. Now keep in mind, if you only post once a week right now, then start off slowly. Get used to posting maybe every other day and just getting used to the regularity of posting about your life, right? So if you only post once a week, don't jump into 2 to 3 times a day, because you're going to get overwhelmed. So just kind of maybe you start getting used to posting on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that kind of thing. Or every other day. So you have to figure out what works for you and what's comfortable for you. You do want to shoot for 2 to 3 times a day, because because of the algorithm on Facebook and Instagram, it brings your feed up for more people more often. So Choose one platform and master that platform. What do I mean by that? I know when I first started, I kind of threw myself into all these different platforms, became super overwhelmed and shut down because I was like, this is not even possible. I'm struggling through all of this. There's no way I can keep this up with another full-time job. So then I pulled back. I went to mastering just Facebook and just working on posting 2 to 3 times there daily. And then I'm working on posting on my business page now, and my business like page, and figuring that out and who I am as a coach. And you have to find your voice. So don't expect this to just be, overnight thing. You have to work through it. You have to figure out who you are as a person and who you are as a coach, right? So one platform, master that platform. And ultimately just be yourself. People want to get to know you. They don't want to get to know this fake person. And what that does, and kind of goes nicely into our avatar. What are they? These are things that are going to help other people get to know you better, and then also draw people that are more like you to you. That makes sense. So the first one I have is my avatar. I named her Faith. It's down here at the bottom. So this is Faith. I started out with different categories to help me better figure out who I was looking for as a dream coach or a dream friend, or somebody that I want in my life more, right? That I would click with, that would be part of my tribe. So I started out who you want to attract. I'm looking for somebody that's a pup mom, or somebody that understands teaching, maybe in the online environment or the traditional setting, somebody between 32 and 40 and 45, that kind of area. It doesn't have to be all that time. There are people that have older souls and that are completely amazing. So that's not something I'm glued to, but married or engaged or in a very serious relationship. For me, I'm not a partier. I like being at home and hanging out with my husband. He is my best friend when he is here. So the idea is you want to attract people that are like-minded. So I want to attract. So that's your first category. Your second category is personality traits, things that you would jive with. So for me, is somebody that's able to laugh at themselves. I know for me, I have a superpower of tripping over flat surfaces. I can laugh at myself about that, So you want to be able to find somebody that is able to understand that about yourself. Like if the situation goes badly, they are able, for the most part, being able to kind of giggle about it, maybe like 5 minutes later, right? Has a huge heart and warm, welcoming to other people. Excuse me. Understands I'm really a huge Harry Potter fan, so that has to be in there somewhere, that you understand what a muggle is or a no mage, right? So those are specifics. If you want the truth from me, if you're going to ask, I'm going to tell you. Obviously, it's keeping in mind that you have feelings, and that I'll try to say it as nicely as possible, but I'm going to be that person that will be more likely tell you what my thoughts are if you ask. So you're looking for those personal traits that you click with. Dislikes, so your pet peeves. For me, I can't stand people that leave other people in different situations. For instance, if you go to Vegas and you turn around and your girlfriend's gone and now you're stuck on Main Street all by yourself, or you are at Disneyland and that person ends up just randomly leaving, that kind of thing. Selfish, they tend to take care of themselves and don't ask other people for if they need something. So for instance, if I'm going to the grocery store and I know you're going to be coming over, I will make sure that I text you and be like, hey, we're going to get treats and stuff like that because we're doing a movie night. Is there anything you want? Just because, I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be happy and be able to have something that you can have, So I always double check with people. I can't stand people with fake laughs. I want people to be authentic and real with who they really are and be comfortable with that. So you're looking at things that are people like your dislikes, right? My stars, things that set me apart from other people, or I feel as though they do, maybe as a combination. For me, I love celebration days instead of cheat days because I don't like the idea of cheating on anything, right? So you're celebrating life, you're celebrating the food that's sitting in front of you. Obviously, you're not going to do it every single day, but you're celebrating, you're having fun with it. I like somebody that's going to be an out of the box thinker and creative. They want to be thinking outside the box and not do the same, like duplicate things, like copy and paste them to one from one platform to the next, or just doing something because the crowd does it, right? So you're thinking of that. These are things you're going to use to post about. So for instance, one of my days when I'm going to post about who I am, I may talk about how I'm addicted to Amazon and all these Amazon packages keep on coming and that kind of thing. And so that's one of my posts, right? Because remember, you want to post 80% about your life and 20% about Beachbody and the tools that have changed your life, right? The next category is dreams. So I would love to live in a fantasy world. I would love to travel and stay in a treehouse. That would be amazing. I have huge dreams and aspirations. I tend to like more expensive things, not on purpose, just happens to be things. So I have to be successful, right? So those are the kind of things. I would love to have my husband home more often. He deploys a lot. So I would love to be able to retire him one day where he can be home with me in my present situation. So you're talking about, like, maybe you're going to school or you're a mom. You get bored with your current job quite often because it's not as challenging as much. Those are the kind of things. In the middle here, you will see just more specifics. I didn't go too much into exactly what they should be wearing. I like kind of like the Garcia from Criminal Minds look, and Abby, I like that more of the authentic, be who you want to be kind of appearance kind of thing. So, unique, deep and emotional. I love people that spend time when they find gifts. They spend time, and as they're out, they're like, oh, that makes me think of that person, and it's something special when they send something to you, right? Something that does something a little bit differently. So that's kind of the first general idea of what this is. This is another one. This is Anastasia. So you have, the history. She's grown up bullied, middle-class family, has a small amount of close friends, not super social, that kind of thing. So you're looking for, again, who you want to attract. And she just put it in. Anna put it in as history, which is amazing. Things that she loves. So baking, she loves a nuclear family, cooking, being hilarious and sarcastic and that kind of thing. Coffee, nothing really fancy. She just likes it really simple. And again, she went into like her hates and then her dreams, the personality, more specific. You'll see up here, she'll want things more specifically, like maybe like she wants somebody to plays guitar or has into tattoos. So you have to make this more specific to you, if that makes sense. Then the second one is something that we're going to go a little bit more into, and it helps you build your posting schedule, if you will. And we'll go a little bit more into that in a little bit. So make sure that you're digging into each one of these a little bit deeper, because you want to make sure that you are speaking to your own tribe, your special coach, really. Because if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody, because you need to be speaking to somebody that is more specific in your tribe, right? Because for me, I'm not going to speak to somebody that is looking to be, all tattooed up or loves tattoos, because I don't have any tattoos. I'm not going to connect to those people the same way because I don't have those experiences, right? Not saying that I wouldn't connect with somebody that might have tattoos. I'm not going to disregard that person, but I'm also not, they have to have something else on my stars kind of list to be able to connect with that person, if that's clear. Sorry again, guys. I'm a little sick, so hang in with me there. So creating the whole picture. So what's the point of creating an avatar? The point of creating an avatar, again, is finding your perfect dream friend or coach, somebody that you could sit around a campfire with and talk to for hours. So what are the benefits? Ultimately, the benefits are to find your own tribe, the people that you jive with, people that you wouldn't mind spending, a week long in the Bahamas with or hanging out with, that kind of thing. There's really not any downside. It does, I guess, take time to build it. It takes a need to want to find your ideal team, your ideal coach, your ideal friend, right? It's going to, I guess, downside would be just to be a time amount. So what I would suggest is putting a 10-minute timer on and just invest 10 minutes and keep on building it over time. Yours does not have to look like mine. This is what Anastasia's looks like. This is how she built hers. And again, that's how I did mine. There were other people that were in our group, other coaches that did this, in the notebook, something. It didn't have to be as visual. I'm just a more visual person. So is Anna. So that's why we did ours this way. So questions to ask yourself, Avatar 2 for posting is, first column is coaching. So over here is, how did it help you along your journey? So coaching, how did it help you? For me, it allows me staying home and being a dog mom. It allows me also to deepen my relationship with, connections with new families, making new friends. I know for me, I've had the opportunity to meet new people through this opportunity. It allows me a little extra cash right now. And it also helps me strengthen my marriage and work more on me and fitting time for me in. So coaching looks like this for me. You're more than welcome to pause this, get into some ideas, and see, where you want to go from there and see what it would look like for you. Then you also have, Anna wants to stay home with her kids, not pay for ridiculous daycare, truly help people and do things that are not super shallow or insignificant retail, things like that, digging a little bit deeper into what she wants and what coaching gave her. The second column is challenge groups and what they have done for you, how they've helped you get through or make you feel. So these challenge groups are people, for me, it helps me stay accountable. Or this is Anna's, sorry, helps her stay accountable and stick to a schedule, have a virtual trainer, allows you to kind of branch out, that kind of thing. So, tons of recipes to choose from. You don't have to worry about what's going to be on the dinner table because there's a plethora of them online. For me, it's food, what and what not to eat, because before this, I really had no clue. Working out at home, it allows me more flexibility with my workout plan. And then it's not a diet anymore, it's a lifestyle change. So those are what I chose with my challenge groups. Again, pause these, rewind it, go back to them, use them as much as possible to get at better ideas. Third column is the color wheel. So these are the things that are kind of taken from the overall, the whole picture avatar that we just looked at with all the different categories. This makes it a little bit easier. Usually this one is more like bigger things in your life. So for Anna, it's tattoos. She has tattoos. She's also a dog and animal pet. She also has she's a mom. She loves tropical vacations and scuba diving and that kind of thing. For me, I have done life alone. I'm addicted to Amazon. I constantly buy things on Amazon. I'm addicted to Harry Potter, anything magical, loves reading books. So again, these things are going to be things I post about on my page. So other examples, this is what it could look like for you. You can go in and do a color chart, be colorful. You can write them on the sides with coaching and challenge groups. You can do it in a notebook. It really is a personal preference. So supporting your posts in social media, make sure you switch them around. So for me, Monday I'll post about coaching. So I'll go back over here. And, let me go back over here. So I would create a post on this to be talking about being a stay-at-home dog mom and how coaching has benefited me by doing that, giving me a little extra cash so I can go and pay for a pedicure or manicure, that kind of thing. And so I pick one thing and post about it. It's helped me strengthen my marriage, that kind of thing. So you pick one idea and you write about it, right? It's pretty straightforward. Go back here. We'll go back to these. So the next one is challenge groups. So your next post, so coaching would be like a post at 8 o'clock in the morning. Your challenge group post would be something at like 12. And that would be about, having a plethora of recipes to pull from and people to share them with. Something that benefits you from having a challenge group. Or you could post about something, for instance, about how you love being in your accountability groups because it allows you to be held accountable by other people that have equal goals as you. Your last one is going to be about just your avatar. So this is about your life, something that is embedded in your life. You can also, for instance, I got a bunch of packages just recently from Amazon. So I would post about, being a little addicted to Amazon. And you could also tie your Amazon avatar posts into coaching. Say if you got a bunch of packages from Amazon, being addicted to Amazon has helped you buy motivational things for motivating you in your coaching business, that kind of thing. Or maybe that those extra funds helped pay for that addiction to Amazon, that kind of thing. And then Tuesday, you would switch it up, because what happens is when people come on different times of the day, they're not going to get, they may see your coaching one, but they may not see your challenge group one. So if you switch it up and you have your challenge group at some point during like the morning hours, people that come on in the morning hours will see a little bit different content from you rather than just about coaching every morning at 8 o'clock, right? So you want to kind of switch it up. So that is that. Following up with people, here's an example. You really want to follow up with people and you want to let them know that you truly appreciate them. So say if you post a coaching post and people have written you back and told you that they support you and they're behind you and they want to, they love what you're doing, you can always private message them and say something generally like this: hey, I appreciate your love and support. It's not, an easy job being a wellness coach because it really is putting myself out there and being vulnerable with the world, that kind of thing. Again, this example is just for you to pull from. Make it your own. I can't say that enough. Make it your own. Sorry about that, guys. Go back up here. So make it your own. Play with ideas and just make it who you should be, right? So remember, you're building trust, you're building friendship, and that all takes time. So you're not going to build a friendship overnight, right? So you want to make sure that you are investing in them and showing them that you care about them, that you also have noticed them for supporting you in your journey. So again, following up, this is an invitation conversation starter. So this is just starting out, hey, are you working on your goals too? So again, take this, tweak it how it best fits you and who you are as a person. Because remember, you are talking about you, you're not me. You need to make it your own. So you can always pause it and come up with ideas on your own. Build from there. So the postings, do not post your link and tell them to shop. Trust me, this is going to be so beyond overwhelming, beyond anything else you can think of, because of the fact that we have so many different opportunities, different things, that you have so many different options that you can pull from. So you need to make sure that you're not just sending them the links that's going to cause them to blockade you, right? They're going to think to yourselves like, why is she sending me this link all of a sudden? She just wants to sell me things. And it's not about that. You're building that friendship, remember, and the trust. So you don't want to post stock photos. You want to be real. Again, you're posting about your life. You want to make this about your life and sharing your parts of your life. Granted, you can use things you might connect with, maybe that are funny or that kind of thing, but you want to make sure that you're also incorporating pictures that you took. So you want to make sure that you're not just posting about Beachbody all the time. People are going to get irritated with that. You want to make sure that you're incorporating your life in there too. So 80-20. So 80% your life, 20% of just Beachbody. So for instance, you can incorporate the tools that you're using that better your life into your real day, your everyday life. For instance, you may be going to the baseball game and you didn't have enough time to get breakfast. And so you grabbed your superfood drink and it helps you stay accountable. You can do something like that, but you don't want to just put your bag of Shakeology in front of the camera and take a picture of that and say, I can't believe I drink this superfood and it's amazing, and make all your posts like that. Because again, you're building trust, you're building relationships. It's not just about selling stuff. You're not selling things to people. You are building a community that allows you to support and hold other people accountable. So you don't want to copy other people's posts and make them your own. You can take other people's posts and tweak them. Say you're reading somebody's post and you're inspired by what they're saying and what they're incorporating into their posts. You can take those posts and use the general idea to spur on your own post, but don't just copy and paste their posts and just make them your own 2 to 3 times a day. You want to make sure that you are adding your spice in there, and adding yourself in there, because again, people don't want other people, they want you. Again, you're not selling everything. These are tools that you can use to better your journey, your life. They have blessed you in being a better version of yourself. You're not selling things. You're sharing this gift with other people, and you're helping them see that by doing this, you're being held accountable. You're building this amazing community that supports one another and bettering who they are tomorrow, right? So it's not just about selling Shakeology and the performance line and the on demand and all that stuff. Because honestly, people, they can go on Amazon and just buy it off there and not have to be worried about being sold things. So keep in mind, again, you're going back to, you're building friendships, you're building trust, and it's going to take time. So post only once a week. Again, we go back to, you want to make sure you're posting 2 to 3 times a day. But again, if you're only posting once a week right now, then you want to slowly work into posting more often. So what works best for you? Again, it's an individualized system. You are doing it for yourself. So moving forward, what is expected of me? Where do I go from here? You're learning this process. It's going to take a little bit of time. You want to use a checklist, or maybe Team Z, what we had talked about in episode 1, to check those daily vitals. So for me, I can post, contact 1 prospect, 1 customer, 1 coach, make 3 invites, and add 3 people into my network, right? If you want to have more of you can take those and adapt them and make them, maybe you talk to 10 people in a day, or five customers, or 2 coaches, or, you can adjust those as you need. If that doesn't work for you, you're more than welcome to use the daily to-do list. These are things you're going to do on the daily. Add 5+ people to your network, send 3 invites, present this as a coaching opportunity, follow up with people. So you can use something like this. So keep track of people that you're talking to, so it allows you to come back and follow up with them. For instance, I have a wonderful lady today that was going to sign up this month, but she realized, you know what, I've got too much on my plate. This is overwhelming. I can't do this month. So Kate, can you get back to me in June? I would love to start this in June, when it's a little bit, I have a little less on my plate. And I said, no problem. So I wrote it down in my TZ that I need to follow up with her in June. Not a huge deal, right? Just make sure that we follow up. And so again, always return to your why. Why are you doing this? For me, I want to retire my husband. I want him home more often. Those are what's going to bring you back to your true meaning of why you're doing this and building this community. Because there's going to be times it's hard, and there's going to be times you want to quit. So that why has to be strong. So your takeaways: create your avatar, the whole picture. We had talked about that one in the different categories. And then create your posting support avatar. So that second one with the coaching and the challenge groups, and then the color wheel, and then post it somewhere below so we can see it and share so other people can get ideas. If you have any other questions, please reach out to your mentor, your upline. Post on the Diamond in the Rough Wellness group, or post in your Ignite Your Life or Inspire, Aspire to better support you. The Ignite Your Life or Perspire, Inspire, Aspire usually respond really quickly, and there's a lot of people in there. So if you have any pressing questions, you're not sure if you're not sure about, there's going to be somebody in there that's been around for, 15 plus years or whatever, that are going to be able to help you. So stick with it. We're here to help. We want to help. We want to support you. Please reach out. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. And I will talk to you later.